Welcome back to Bostin British Fittle, where Maggie and I aim to bring you as many varieties of different British foods as we possibly can. Today I'm doing two requests from two people who want different things, plus it's part of the Black Country diet. I'm doing a proper Black Country food of mushy peas, orange chips and savoury ducks. This is orange chips with savoury ducks and a pot of Black Country mushy peas. Okay, a shout out to Martin and Joe who wanted me to do the orange chips from this meal, and a shout out to Lord Kuchen who wanted me to do the savoury ducks, which is also part of the meal, but I'm going to start with the mushy peas. Now, mushy peas originated in the north of England and a very common dish, but the origin of mushy peas kind of dates back to medieval periods when they used to use softened marrow fat peas in a lot of their dishes. They still do now, like peas pudding or peas whack. Now they can come now in tins because they were so popular, and they may not be made with marrow fat peas, maybe garden peas, but they're more commonly found now, mushy peas, in chippies or fish and chip shops, which brings me on to the savoury part of this, the faggots, or savoury ducks, or ducks as they're known up north. Now, so far as I'm aware, there are three variations of faggots. There are Black Country faggots, which contain pig's liver and pork. There's a Welsh version, which contains lamb and lamb's liver. And then there's this version, which is the most commercially available version, Mr. Brain's faggots. Now, he was the developer of the faggots in the first place, a Mr. Herbert Hill Brain, and they've been going for exactly 100 years. He developed this sort of meal which contains herbs, spices and breadcrumbs, which is true of all of the faggots. And over the years for these faggots, the ingredients have changed. It used to be offcuts as well as pig's liver, but they contain more of the liver now, more quality offcuts, but they do contain more water than, say, the Black Country faggots or the Swansea or Welsh faggots. But if we go now, but they are a very, very popular Black Country dish, which brings me to the area of the Black Country, which some people might not know. The Black Country is based in the West Midlands, which is here in the West Midlands. Now, for one half of the West Midlands, say Wolverhampton, Dudley, Walsall, Stourbridge and Sandwell, that's the area, the west of the West Midlands, that's known as the Black Country, and it earned its name because that area housed one of the country's largest deposits of coal, and therefore the coal mining industry really grew up round the West Midlands. It was massive, so the whole place became known as the Black Country because of the blackness of the coal. They also developed their own dialect. The title of my videos, Bostin Fittle, is literally Black Country speak for good food. So the faggots became a dish of the West Midlands, beloved by everybody that had it. And in the Black Country, you'll also find orange chips. Now, I don't really know why it hasn't expanded beyond the West Midlands, but or even the Black Country. You do find some in Birmingham, which is not part of the Black Country, and sometimes in other places like Coventry and Solihull. But it's mainly the Black Country the orange chips came around, roughly in about the 1940s. There's a bit of dispute over who invented the orange chips, but there are a few things people are certain of. It began in the 1940s. It began in the Black Country, and the orange nature of the chips came from adding ingredients such as paprika and turmeric, although some chippies sometimes add just orange flavouring or orange colouring. But the idea was that it gave it a nice crispy taste on the outside, nice and fluffy on the inside, and they were a massive hit throughout the West Midlands and the Black Country as well. But either way, this whole dish is a tribute both to the Northern and Midlands based working classes, because this was their meal. This was something that they developed for their families. And it was a warm and welcoming dish to come home to. Hi guys, before we go any further, please don't forget to follow, like and subscribe my YouTube channel to get updates on all the other British foods I'm going to try. And if you can think of any other British foods that I might like to try, go on to my Blue Sky account, bostinbrickfittle.bluesky.social. And don't forget to also check out my Instagram page for all the British foods that I'll have tried, and you can see all the images on there. All right, thanks very much and enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, we're going to try one of the orange chips with some of the faggots now. Nice rich gravy. The lamb is coming through, and of course the orange chips, which are well claimed to be the best chips. So let's try a little bit more. That gravy really adds to it. The faggots are beautifully soft and easy to go down. They're meaty, nice. You can feel there's like herbs and whatnot in there. So now we're going for the big one. We've got the mushy peas with the orange chips and the savoury ducks of faggots. Everything is so smooth. The peas come through so soft. They go well with the gravy of the faggots, and the chip is the hardest bit, surprisingly, because you've got the nice crunch of the orange texture on the outside of the chip. But what does the pupper think? What does the pupper think? Okay, we've got some mushy peas, a chip, and some of the savoury duck. There we go, pupper. What do we make of that? No fuss. Oh, the chip's gone first, and then straight in with the rest. So the chip is obviously the big favourite first, and everything else, yeah. Thank you, pupper.